Hi, Coach Murphy here, Dr. David Murphy. So let's talk executive functions and let's talk self-regulation and let's see through kind of try to demystify what these constructs mean. And to do this, we're going to look at a study done out of Harvard University, or really a program out of Harvard University, and this website or this program called the Center of the Developing Child. And in there's just a wealth of information, some of the best up-to-date research I have found that looks at effectively mirroring executive function and self-regulation in the two constructs within the framework of skills. And so they talk about these two skills and how they depend on three types of brain functions: working memory, mental flexibility, and self-control. And this is the first time I've ever found a study that does this, and I absolutely agree, because you have to start with the cognitive aspects of these functions before you can start to really translate it into behavioral functions, the stuff that we see as we watch our child struggle. So the first one is working memory, and we can see working memory in a neuropsych report, but we can also see it as a symptom when a child is overwhelmed, forgetful, and things like that, as they kind of shut down and being able to access coping strategies when they get stressed as they move through the day. You can see as a child comes home and they totally melt down most days because they've just tapped out their working memory. So this cognitive construct, it governs our ability to retain and manipulate distinct pieces of information over a short period of time. And so the other part is mental flexibility. So mental flexibility also can be called cognitive flexibility, or the other way of saying it is cognitive rigidity, kind of having a tendency to get stuck in a thought process or in kind of a behavior or a mood and really having a hard time breaking out of it. So cognitive flexibility helps us to sustain or shift attention and respond to different demands as they come at us throughout the day, throughout moment to moment, in transitions between one thing to the other. Self-control is the third one. Self-control really falls under two elements, right? Self-control being able to move deliberately through managing priorities, negotiating priorities throughout moment to moment, task by task, time and space, temporal, spatial awareness, seeing where I'm going as I navigate my day and priorities. But the other one is resisting impulse, being able to say, no, not now, I'm going to delay gratification kind of thing, to resist actions or responses that might come at you that are far more interesting in the priorities you have to manage. So you have these three functions working in concert to help anybody regulate themselves and move with a higher degree of purpose and order and clarity. And so from a coaching perspective, we try to help our children see their life in a greater sense of clarity. So you work on future planning training, you work on temporal awareness training, task management training, learning how to prioritize, learning how to see demands and priorities in a predictable way by maybe using a calendar, getting out of your head and getting onto something predictable to manage the chaos and the stress of a day or a morning or an evening, and being able to just really grab control of strategies that can help you with working memory, help with your flexibility, and help with your self-control. So if this helps, great. I hope it does. I really look forward to hearing some of your comments, questions, and feedback.